So we're going to start a new unit today. This is stuff that is basically completely new for most of you at least. Okay, we're in unit 8B.1. This one is rather long. Okay, there's 11 lessons in this unit, so we won't test on this until about the beginning of March. Okay, so if your grade is really low or is not where you want it right now because of your test score, it's probably not going to change until at least the beginning of March. Okay, so it's you're probably
Part A and B, or like
this is 8B.
Oh.
Yeah, this is 8B. Yeah, we split that. This is already 11 lessons. It used to have part A with it, so it was like 20 lessons. It was crazy. So what we're going to work on today is write something called logarithmic. Some of you remember this. Write logarithmic equations in exponential form. So today, essentially, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to teach you almost like a different language, and we're going to be translating things. Okay? So write logarithmic equations in exponential form. Okay? So if I told you 2 to the x equals 8, and I asked you, can you get x alone? Okay, can I solve for x here? Can you get x alone? What would you do for that? Can you get x alone? You don't know how to do that right now. Okay, so logs give you a way to get x by itself. Say it again. You can't divide by 2. If you divided by 2, you can't just divide something. Because the x is in the exponent. Okay, what we're going to deal with are logs, and logs give you a way to get x by itself. You can almost think of logs as being almost like a step stool for exponents. Okay, so they're somewhat kind of like a step stool for exponents, okay? So there is a rule. You are going to notice that for this unit there are a lot of different rules and a lot of different like laws, okay? First one is that log base b of a equals e, okay? Now, I know this looks really strange right now, like I told you just a minute ago. This is almost like a foreign language, okay? I am going to translate it for you, and I'm going to teach you how to work with it. But for right now, just write it down, okay? So log b is like subscript, so below. A and log are on the same level. Equals and e are all on the same level. What that means is you're always going to see the word log. The b here stands for the base. The a stands for the answer. Equals, e stands for an exponent. Okay? And essentially what we're doing today is you're going to translate this into b to the e power equals a. And I'm going to teach you how to translate these. Okay? This is called log form, and this is called exponent form. Everything we're doing today is just transferring between the two forms. So your instructions are going to ask you to rewrite in exponential form. Rewrite in exponential form. Okay, and for example number 1, I'm going to give you log base 6, so subscript 6, to 16 equals 3. Log base 6 of 216 equals 3. We'll start by just getting that done, and then I'm going to explain to you what we're doing today. First thing you want to do for today's lesson is, we want to get the number that's by itself on the left-hand side. So you're literally just going to flip these around. Okay, so I'm just going to rewrite this as 3 equals log base 6 of 216. So first thing you're going to do is just flip it over. You are not always going to have to rewrite this. Okay, but just for this first one, I'm trying to simplify it as much as possible. Then, next thing you're going to do is I literally want you to read it as 3. Anytime you see the word equals and log, you're going to say in your head, is the exponent on 3 is the exponent on whatever the base is, and next to it you're going to say that makes the answer. Okay, so we read this as 3 is the exponent on 6 that makes 216. And when you read it that way, you're going to write your exponential form as you're reading it. So 3 is the exponent on 6. 3 is the exponent on 6 that makes or that equals 216. That is your answer. Okay? Literally, all we are doing today is going from this log form, this is exponent form. And you can always be kind of double checking your answers, because is 6 to the 3rd equal to 216? Does that make sense? That is true. Okay? And yes, that makes sense. So all we're doing is just changing from one form to the other form. Okay? That's your answer for number 1. We are literally just rewriting things. Okay? So from log form to exponent form. By the way, on your homework, you do have to write down the log form and the exponent form. You cannot just write answers. Okay, I will not give you credit if you just write answers. Okay, let's try another one. Number 2. Number 2. Log base 4 of 256 equals 4. Log base 4 of 256 equals 4. I'm actually going to give you 2 of them at the same time. And for number 3, log base 5 of 1 equals 0. And I want to see if you guys can try to figure out how to change those into exponential form. Okay, so I want you to rewrite these in exponential form. And just for fun, because I never do it, I'm going to use sticks today to pull on, to pick one of you. Okay, so for number 2, okay, how would I rewrite this in exponential form? Tanner, Tucker. Yes, you, Tanner, that Tanner. Okay, I just want to know what's the answer. So how do I write this in exponential form? Not what's the first step, but how do I write it? What's the actual answer? Okay, so if you flip it, I could rewrite that. So 4 equals log base 4 of 256. So I want you to read this just like I taught you to read it. 4 is the exponent on 4 that makes 256. So how would I write that as an exponent equation? Four is the exponent on 4 that equals 256. 4 to the 4th power equals 256. That's your answer. Okay, so you're just rewriting these. So you don't have to rewrite it if you don't want to. The second step, you can just start reading them backwards, okay? So 4, and then go back to the front, is the exponent on 4 that makes 256. Yes. Oh, you're going to tell me the next one? But I'm pulling sticks. Okay. How about for number 3, Sam Navarro? How would you write this in exponential form? 5 to the 0 equals 1. And does that make sense? Is that correct? Yes. Done. That's it.
I knew it.
Yay for you. Okay. Questions on how I did that one? So 0 is the exponent on 5 that makes 1. question on how we did that? Okay. Please try to not overcomplicate this in your head. Okay, because the tendency is for a lot of you to try to like make this more complicated than it is. It's really not supposed to be complicated. Okay, let's try another one. Number 4. Yes, ma'am.
Is it always gonna be like right?
These are always going to be right. Yes. In honors, we give them ones that are wrong and they have to rewrite them. For you guys, it's always going to be correct. Yes. It's not going to be like a wrong equation answer. Are you trying to answer this one too? If you want to, yeah. Yeah. Okay, on your Ben just asked, if you are good with this, can you get some of the honors questions for extra credit? Sure. Your assignment today is worksheet 1. You guys are only doing 1 through 13. If you go beyond that, I'll give you extra credit. Okay, because the ones that are after that are the extra credit ones. Okay, you do have the answer for this one. Okay, so I 1 point each. There you go. Okay, so how would I rewrite this in exponent form? Ben, Oliver. Dang, I picked you. Right, so 2 to the negative 2 power equals 1 over 4. And that's a true equation. Okay, now, next one, I want to see if anyone can try to figure this one out. Okay, log 0.001 equals negative 3. Log 0.001 equals negative 3. There is something missing here, intentionally. The base is missing. Okay, so I want you to think about this. Negative 3 is the exponent on what that would make 0.001? No, not x. It's a number. Negative 3 is the exponent on what that makes 0.001? It's not 1, because 1 to any exponent is equal to 1. Right. Anytime you're missing a base, okay, if the base is not written, it is assumed to be base 10. Okay, just like if there's not a sign written, there's not plus or minus written, we assume that it's positive. Okay, same thing on these bases. Okay, so anytime there's a missing base, it's always base 10. Kind of like if you were going to write a square root, you assume that the handle number is 2 if there's nothing written there. Okay, so 10 to the negative 3 equals 0.001, and that's correct. Okay, just a couple more for you. I'm going to give you 3 more. Okay, so I'll write them all out, and then I'll call on you guys. Log base 7 of root 7 equals 1/2. Number 7 is log base r of n equals m. And the last one for number 8 is log base 5 of 5 equals 1. I want you guys to try those 3, and I'll randomly pick sticks. For answers. Okay, for number 6, how do you write that in exponential form? Thomas. Okay, we'll just read it to me. 1/2 is the what? Okay. What's the base?
7.
And what does it equal? Root 7. That's it. We're just translating. Okay? 7 to the 1/2 power is equal to root 7. That's it. You're done. Okay? The reason I'm giving you so many examples is because some of them will look strange to you. Like this one, people get hung up on the radical. Okay? You just write it in there. Okay? And that is true. Okay, how about this one? When there's letters, all of a sudden people get super confused. There's one like this, almost exactly like this on your test, and a lot of people will miss it just because there's letters. It does not change anything. Question, Jalen?
Oh no.
Or you're just going to tell me it? Number 7, Lizzie. Tyler, stop. It's okay. M is the what? M is the exponent on what? R that equals N, right? R to the M exponent equals N. And then the last one, number 8. Raj is not here. Angel, number 8. You got it. 1 is the
Exponent.
on
Or on 5.
that makes,
5.
there you go. 5 to the first equals 5. That's it. Okay? You guys do have homework. I'm giving you new packets. Okay? You only have to do numbers 1 through 13. Okay? So you should probably have plenty of time to finish in class today. If you finish in class, I'll give you a